Something quite remarkable happened to me last year that really made me question everything I believed in validation and how far I thought I had come, not needing to seek validation from others. Basically, I got approached through my blog, themodderngay.com, by a casting director who was casting for this incredible show on a streaming service. And I went through this long process of emails and phone calls, and I went on these Skype auditions, and it was quite a surreal experience. Then when I was in Australia visiting my family over Christmas break, I got a call saying the producers want to meet you, can you come to LA? And I flew to LA and I went through this rigorous audition process, got very far down the line, I would say almost to the end, flew back to London, and a few weeks later I found out that another person had got this role. And this show has gone on to do exceptionally well. The message is incredible, and I'm really, really proud of the guys involved, all of them who I met throughout the process. What happened afterwards had me quite shaken. See, I thought I had overcome all my feelings of needing validation from other people, or these ideas of needing to become someone in order to prove that I'm worthy. When I realized that I was so close to being on this show and perhaps becoming globally famous, I realized that I still had these feelings inside of me that I had harbored for a very long time since I was a kid. Because when I was young and I was bullied for being gay, or I felt that I couldn't connect to other people, I kept telling myself this same narrative. One day when you're rich and famous and popular and everyone loves you, it's all going to be worth it. And you'll show them, and all this hell and all this stress that you're going through, one day when you're somebody, they're all gonna look back and they're gonna say, I wish I hadn't treated him that way. Now, that was something that I told myself, and as I grew up, I believed that I had overcome those feelings. But it wasn't until this show came out that I realized that I still had those feelings inside of me, because when I had almost made it across the finish line, I started thinking, my God, this is it. This is that moment. This is the moment that all those guys that weren't into you, or all those people that made fun of you at school, this is the moment that they'll see that you're somebody and that they shouldn't have treated you that way. And then when that didn't happen, it really left me a bit vulnerable again. Those feelings of vulnerability and being taken back to that 12, 13-year-old just wanting to be accepted and wanting to be loved and wanting to prove to everybody that they were somebody. Those raw feelings and those raw emotions were quite confronting. But I realized that they had always been there. And perhaps I had pushed aside these dreams of becoming rich and famous and winning Oscars. But in all areas of my life, I was still yearning for that sense of worthiness. And I mean that in excelling in my job and living in a lovely apartment and portraying to myself this perfectly wrapped up lifestyle and wrapped up person. And I may have been blind to it. It was this opening of this box, spurred on by this moment where my life could have taken a different direction, that made me come to terms with those feelings and acknowledge that they were still there. I think that perhaps this is something that a lot of gay guys face, and it might be one of those driving forces that makes us strive for perfection, for acceptance by other gay guys, the reason we go to the gym, the reason why we show this fabulous lifestyle. It's this idea that we've made it and we've overcome all those problems that we suffered growing up. But deep down, we're still quite vulnerable, and we're still quite affected by our past. So I guess the point of this video really is to address those parts of us that we may have pushed down deep into our subconscious, or to really look at the way that we live our lives and think about the impact that our past experiences are having on us right now that we might not really be conscious of. And although I'm upset in some sense, well, in quite a big sense, that I didn't get this opportunity, I am quite grateful that it's opened this raw wound and caused me to really evaluate how far I've come and to look at the life that I'm living and really question how my past experiences are impacting the way that I behave today.